take, why does the Gemara say no? Because that's how you figure out the diameter. Chaver, I'm sorry, we're just diving in Shalom Rav Yossi. I sent out a picture. If anyone didn't see it, open it up. Rav Avi Shkayach. In that picture, you see the teretz to what we were discussing is this circle that goes from putting the people inside the circle to putting the people outside the circle. And basically, you're right, Rav Yehuda, we're shrinking the circle by 1 amma, but by shrinking it 1 amma, the diameter, which is the length from side to side, shrinks by 2 ammas. That's what the Gemara was saying. So let's pick it up from there. I know we just dove in the middle. Why is my computer on my bed? Yeah, we never stop. Baruch Hashem. No, is the Ilam, do we just was that not fair? Is everyone good? Givaldik. Okay, let's go. The bottom of Ches Amid Aleph. Let's just pick it up from Amr le Rav Asi le Rav Ashi. Yeah, that's where this teretz starts. Amr le Rav Asi le Rav Ashi. First line is Amar. 6 lines from the bottom. Amr le Rav Asi le Rav Ashi. Amar le'olam gaver b'amsiyah. So we're going back. We're saying really we're in this circle. And there's 24 people around the circle. Says the Gemara, each person is in an amma. V'Rav Yochanan, so then how does it work? Because we know that all we really need is 16 4/5. V'Rav Yochanan mokim gavri loy ka chashiv. Rav Yochanan is not considering the place that people sit, meaning they're sitting outside the circle. Kama havilahu. So now let's do the math. How much is it going to be? Tamnei 3. 18. Why 18? Because 6, because we had an 8 diameter, shrink it to 6 times 3 is 18. Frak the Gemara, why do you need 18? 16 4/5 should be enough. Says the Gemara, loy dak. This we could say that we're not being precise. We're all off by about an amma. Ula chumra loy dak. And it's a din le chumra. Mayerdik. Where does the word hainu go? I did not read it. I skipped it. Havlei. That's one way to do it. Hamlei tamni three shifts in nechi chumsha sagya. So, excuse me. Yeah, I read it like a turkey. Let's go back a second. Says Mar Havlei tamni three is 18. Asks the Gemara, it should really be enough 16 4/5. Answers the Gemara, Hainu de loidak. That's what we meant when we said loidak, ulachumra loidak, and that is lachumra. So now we finally, after a very long and lengthy amud, we have our first teretz. Why Rav Yochanan require 24 people? They're not sitting inside the sukkah, they're sitting on the outside of the sukkah. Therefore the diameter is not 8 amos, but rather 6 amos, and therefore the circumference is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. You only need 16 4/5. That is where we were not precise.
What does B'shivsar mean?
Oh, good. B'shivsar is 17. It's very confusing. Shivsar is Sheva Ofsar, if you want to know where the word comes from. Shivsar, that's the only way to memorize it. I have a personal issue with this also. Shivsar is Sheva Ofsar, which is 17. Nechi means subtract. Chumsha, a 5th. Shivsar, 17. Nechi Chumsha, get rid of the 5th, is 16 4/5. And
the 20%?
Was?
What's Chumsha?
Chumsha is a 5th.
20%.
1 out of 5. 20%. Nachon.
20%
Nachon. Which is 16 4/5. 16.8. 16.8. Says the Gemara second. That's teretz number 1. Rabbanan de Kisri. The Rabbanan from Kezar. V'amrilan, some say, Dayane de Kisri Amri. The Dayanim of Kisri say the following. Igula, a new teretz. Again, so we're going all the way back to the bottom of Zayin Amid Beis, where we began, that Rav Yochanan taught us we have 24 people sitting in a circle. Says the Gemara, new teretz of the Rabbanan, the Kisri, why we need 24 people sitting in a circle. The reason is, Igula dinafik migai ribua, a circle that is inside a square. Igula dinafik migai ribua. When the circle is inside the square, is riva. Then the circle is a quarter of the square. Okay, that we don't really need to know about because it's the next number that we need to know about. We turn over to Chesed Beis. Says the Gemara, Ribua, a square, Dinafik Migu Igula, when the square is inside the circle, which is that is what we need, right? Because we know that the square is 4 by 4, and we have to figure out what's going on with the circle. The circle has to be around it. So say the Rabbanan of Kisri, something very interesting, that when the square is inside, Palga, then you need its half. What does it mean it's half? So if the square was 4, that means the circle around it is 8, which means the circumference is 24. Says the Gemara, turn on your brain, and that makes no sense. Turn on the Gemara, it says if you have a square and you put a circle around it, it's not going to be twice the size of the square. That's. Can you bring a drop of water, Shashi? Yeah. Thank you. If you have a square and you put a circle around it, it's not going to be twice the size. So says the Gemara, Velohi, you missed the boat. The Chazinan, we see, Deloy have a kulei high. It's not that much. What in the world was the have? Boss? This is a big kasha. 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 There's much Torah that was spilled over here trying to figure out what in the world the Havamina was. Thank you very much. It's a very good question, and yeah, it's not partial to understand, but let's leave that for now. Those are our two pshatim, which are really one. Good. That was, you should know, in the world of Sukkah, you tell someone you're learning Sukkah, you ask where you're up to, you say Dav Ches, Dav Ches. That was all the math, but I think, I'll say for myself, tonight I looked at it again and it finally clicked. I'm not going to tell you which part finally clicked. There were certain like fine details that were like just bothering me. Tonight, punkti clicked. Okay. We'll all get there. Chaver on Zoom, what's going on? Rabbi Cooper, Rabbi Senderovich, Rabbi Schuster, we're all good? Big Chaver on Zoom.
Eli is very quiet tonight.
Big Chaver on Zoom. Eli, what's shy? You can't talk in Zoom?
No, I'm good.
You're good. Because you don't see Shashi. If I go like this, now you'll talk?
Shashi, what are you talking about?
Baruch Hashem. Baruch Hashem. Givaldik. Okay. Siyata Shemaya. Come out of
Very cold. Is that why no one's coming, by the way? Is it too cold here?
It's too cold. We give out thermal underwear at the door, Chaver. Don't worry.
Gotta do something about it.
Weiter. Okay.
Underflow heating in the shul. Yeah, we're doing underflow heating in the
says the Gemara.
Just get one with the heat exchange.
No, an underflow heating.
Well, one of these, you mean?
Yeah, they
I'm
have
saying
these
in the new shul.
Oh, the big guys.
In the new shul.
Shashi, if you give the 5K, maybe you could get the
Underflow heating. We gotta do underflow heating.
with your 5K.
When you do koirim, when you keep on underflow heating.
The reason
First let's get flooring, then we'll worry about the heating.
What did he say? Rabbi Cooper Voss? What's with the underwear? What did he say? We missed it. Eli, you're the only one that heard. Okay, we'll repeat it later. Says the Gemara, let's just read the last line again. V'lohi. Again, says the Gemara, your math is wrong. You just said that if a square is 4, the circle around it is double the size. Says the Gemara, v'lohi, just not MS. Why? Because we see, Deloy have a kulei high, that it's not that big. Draw a square, draw a circle, and it doesn't work. And that's how the Gemara leaves it off. Amar Reb Levi, Mishum Reb Meir, as I think Shirley Bornstein would say, Rabbi, exhale, you can take a deep breath. Now it's much easier, Gemara. We got through it. Baruch Hashem.
Who's Shirley Bornstein?
Who's the Heliger of Shirley Bornstein? He's Dafyami Magid Chair. Biggest in the world. Amar Reb Levi, Mishum Reb Meir.
Biggest in the world? Bigger than...
Yeah, 10 times the size.
What?
10 times the size. 10 times the size. They broadcast him in Lakewood. He's on a radio station.
Why does it say Reb Meir?
They used to be at least.
It says Tanakh or whatever.
Why does it say Rabbi Meir?
Or other times it just say Reb Meir.
It's true. Sometimes it says Rameir, sometimes it doesn't. His taka is interesting. But let's see what Rameir says first. Let's see. Yeah, that's what he's asking. He's saying, why all of a sudden do we quote him? Amar Rav Levi Shem Rameir, Shtei Sukkais Shel Yoitzrim. Two. Oh, it's like a Shemaka picture. I don't know if you can be able to see it. Okay. This picture, here. Forget it. We'll just show it like this. Here, das. It's a sukkah within a sukkah. I can explain, it'll be easier. You have two sukkahs, and it's a potter. A yotzer is a potter. Then this is where they used to live all year round. Is that he would have a shop, and behind his shop, he would have a little room. That's where you would sleep. Nostalgic, something like Meir Aram little shop. And you go through the back door, and that's where he sleeps. He lives there, and the front of it is his shop. Again, so we have two rooms. One room is his store. I'm holding like this. So now the question is, can he go and use this as his sukkah? That's the kasha.
Because it's a bias, because it's not...
Let's see.
That's the problem?
Let's see. Shtei sukkahs shel yoitzrim. We have two sukkahs of potters. Zu lifnei mizu. One inside of the other. Ha-pinimis, the inside one. A noi sukkah is not a sukkah. Why is it not a sukkah?
Because it's kavua.
The back room, correct. The inside of the back room.
That's where they live.
The reason is because that is where they live. Look at Rashi. Everyone together. Let's take a Rashi about 9 lines into the wide lines. First line is Apinimis, the inside one. Shtein and Rashi, Einoi Sukkah. Im ba leishev betoicha bechag l'shem sukkah. Let's say he would go to sit in there during Yontif as the sukkah. And it's not a sukkah. Rashi asks, what do you mean? What's the problem? There's no din l'shemana sukkah. Taka Beis Hillel kaim alon. We paskin like Beis Hillel that we didn't see yet. Says Rashi further, hacha einai sukkah. Why not? Everyone see where I am in the middle of a Rashi, yeah? Everyone's with me? Deloi min kara milsa. It's not recognizable till Hashem sukkah hu darbai. Why? The hakol yemois hashana dayar hasam. That's where he lives all year long. V'rayv tashmisha yusudasai v'shinasai sham. So the back room, the inner room, again, and the whole year it had schach, it sounds like it's a hut. It's a hut. This is how he lived. Such a sukkah is not a sukkah. Why not? Rashi teaches us because you don't know that he's in his sukkah because that's where he lives all year on.
So it's interesting. It's not because it's not sukkah's diras arai. It's because it doesn't look like it's going for sukkah.
I'm just going to speak out the kasha that everyone, when they see this, asks. Wait, so very good. I was just going to say.
What is that?
He's very good. He's asking, what do you mean? You have a skylight. It doesn't look like in your sukkah either. The answer there is the whole year long. When you look up at your skylight, what do you see? Skylight. On sukkahs, you see schach. This is schach. The ganze. This is where. Very good. This is where they lived. Mamish. They lived in a hut.
The outside part, there was also schach there.
So what's with the outside part? Very good. Weiter in the Gemara. But excuse me. Before we get to that, that's where vechayaves, and the inside back room is obligated with a mezuzah. You have to put up a mezuzah. Why? It's a regular house. It's a regular house. Punkt. It's whatchamacallit. Punkt. Punkt. You have a schach. Okay, no money. What do you want from him? He lived in a hut, you know. Nebuch. Oh, you have to have a mezuzah. No mezuzah in the picture. They're usually very good with that. Very impressed. Very impressed.
Please, let's make a note to the editor. A note to the editor.
This guy's great. This guy, the amount of money he spent in this thing. This is incredible. Schach, he actually understands. Says the Gemara, the Chitzayna though, the outside room is a sukkah. Upetura min mezuzah. And because it's a sukkah, the outside room, good. Shalom Avracha. And it's pater from mezuzah. So says Rashi, very good. Hachitzayna sukkah. Let's look at Rashi together. Ve'in Tzarich l'saisra, says Rashi. You don't have to break it. V'la'saisa l'shem chag k'beis Hillel. You don't have to rebuild it as a sukkah. Umisham hekera de mitzvah leka lemesar. There's no problem. Why not? You can't tell. The kivan the kulei shata the whole year. Lav hacha dayer. You don't live there the whole year. It's your shop. V'hashta dayer ba. And you move your bed out there and you're eating there. Ika hekera. So you're yaitze in the outside room. And because you're yaitze, pater min hamizuzah.
I have a question.
Vos?
All year around?
Oh, very good, very good. That's the Gemara is about to ask. Let's just look at the Gemara. Frag the Gemara. V'amai. Why is the outside room pater from a mezuzah to have a chitzayna? The outside room kibeis shar should be like literally a base is a house, shar is a gate. Should be an entrance room. Hapanim is for the inside room. This is no less than the entranceway to your house. This guy's house is a hut, so his entranceway is his shop, but it's an entranceway. So says the Gemara, your kasha. You should have to put up a mezuzah on the outside room. For answers the Gemara, very interesting. Mishom deloi kviya, because it's not kaviyah. What's that kaviyah? Says Rashi, the first very wide line. Loizu v'loizu davar kavua. Ve'ena benimies chashuva liyas labisha. Rashi doesn't really speak it out. I'll speak it out. What's going on over here? What's going on over here is we have a misconception. We think that every room in the world needs a mezuzah. Lalacha, it's not really true. If you have a shop, your store does not need a mezuzah, believe it or not. Why not? Because you don't live in your store. You don't live in your office.
But we do put it.
We put these things up l'chumra. But Medina, you don't put it up. You don't make a bracha. It's a big shaila if you know, whatever. There's been bad stories, the Rebbe, the dust comes down, kaviyas mezuzah. It's a ganze chumra. Okay, you can put it up, you take pictures. Just no bracha. Now, it could be certain cases, some people have a bed in their office, but if you don't have a bed, then you don't live there. What's dira? Dira means you live there. You have to live there. If you just have a desk and you're there for I don't know how many hours a day, maybe too many. But lamaisa.
Wait, all the offices, everything that is no bad?
It's a very big sugya. The pashtus is there's no real chiyuv mezuzah. We put it up l'chumra. We're chayshish that we put it up, so we put it up lamaisa.
So
But
extra doorways and mudrooms and everything technically don't need.
There they do. They
the
do.
house.
Very good. So now let's go. Let's go back over here. There. Very good. So there, it's part of your house, which is really the kasha of the Gemara. That why isn't it at least an entranceway to the inside? So the reason is because as much as this guy lives there, it's not really a house. It's a hut, l'maisa. See, this is the difficulty that gets a little.
It's a little more than a hut if he's there the whole year.
Yeah. Unfortunately, listen, go look at what the whatever's live in. What are the Bedouins? They also live in but it's not l'maisa. It's not.
Speaking of, the entrance to we have a lot of houses here have these pillars.
Yeah.
So I went to a friend of mine the other day.
And he had a mezuzah. Yeah. So Pash.
The Rav told me it's. So do I need a mezuzah?
I know what Rav told him. So let's try. Let's be careful.
Okay.
But it often depends. Like let's say these pillars here.
Yeah.
So this is not a doorway.
Right.
If someone says it's a doorway, it just why is this not a doorway?
Support.
Because it's not a doorway. Because it's not a doorway. I don't know how else I should say it. Not every beam makes a doorway. This is not a doorway. So by in front of a house, sometimes it is, but you need to have two sides, which are called mezuzahs, actually, the side posts, and you need to have a top. That's the mistake everyone makes. You have a top?
Yeah.
Often there's no top. If it goes straight to the roof.
You have your
I need to
overhang.
know if I need to
What?
You have your overhang.
Yeah.
No, but that's not a top often. Okay, you have a picture on your phone? We'll get a picture. We'll look at it. But now, so often it's not, and often it's for support. It's also for decoration. These are all the reasons why pashas are no chiyuv.
What about, let's say there's like a gate and two poles?
A gate is a very good case. These are all cases in Milchus Mezuzah. There you would pashtas need. It's a regular doorway. Now, there's a lot of interesting things that go on. It's just there for design. It's just there for this.
These pillars. Do I need to put it?
Google Maps is a nice picture of your house.
They took it in spring.
In the summer.
Yeah, Taka, it's nice.
Does this need to be Dalet al Dalet? Sorry, guys, for
it's a ganze. So you go here, guys. Look, check out the house. Check out the house. It's nice, no? We don't want to say what it's worth now, but Pashtas you don't need a mezuzah, but we can talk about it. Pashtas nicht. But
I don't need you say.
Pashtas no.
It went up in price.
Pashtas no.
I have one that goes like
Yeah?
there's something like black meat.
Yeah,
It's like a whole, let me see,
like an entranceway.
and also on the side.
Yeah. So these are very complicated. The truth is, what we do in Klal Yisrael is people put up mezuzahs everywhere. Baruch Hashem, what's a mezuzah? Even though they went up in price, $150.
Not by the bathrooms.
Not by the bathrooms. No, but this is really what people do. Is that people basically put mezuzahs everywhere. A lot of them are not chayif. A lot of them are not chayif. A lot of them are not chayif.
No, but the beauty in the house is there's like a walk-in closet, for example, doesn't really.
That's a chumrah.
So,
It's a
so
chumrah.
when you do the bracha on the ones that you need.
Yeah,
and then you do it at the same time,
vada.
it's fine.
There's also the support beam is a very big deal. If something is a support beam, then you don't have a chiv and mezuzah. You want to do a chumrah, you can do a chumrah, but support beam is up to her. Like this, let's say this was a whatever, it wouldn't, because that's just a support beam. In my house, between my dining room and my other room over there, if anyone could
Yeah, I
take a
remember,
picture,
yeah.
so that it looks like a doorway. I have no mezuzah. The reason is because it's a support beam. The reason because it's a support beam.
But these two.
Doesn't make a difference. A support beam can't create a doorpost. Doorpost is a doorpost by itself. There's other reasons as well that it's one big room.
But why didn't Rob do it anyway?
Could I should know. I Badavka didn't do it. Badavka didn't do it. Didn't do it. No, leave it alone. No, people ask and I tell them it doesn't need a mezuzah, and then fuck. I think there's a lean also. Yeah. These leave that
When the future son will come,
This is his main
it's going to
room.
be a conversation.
So very good. Let's go back over here. Lamaisa, the answer is the Rishonim here say it's in chashiv dira kol kach. It's not such a good dira. Now why? So I see on the bottom over here they quote the Rashi doesn't say anything. I thought it was Rashi. I apologize. The reason is even though he lives there, it sounds like he has another house. The Rishonim want to learn that this guy was a workaholic. So what do you do? He would collapse. He'd have a bed in the back, but he also went home. So they want to say that's why the back room itself you need a mezuzah. The front room, that's just the entranceway, that you don't need because itself is not considered a real dira. Shkayach, we'll pick it up from here, Chavra.
Marv, guys, come for Marv, guys.
Meir, we need a minyan, Chavra. If anyone's around.
One
You're
time-
coming, Rebelli?
one time I didn't know.
Shkayach. Rebelli's coming.